Good morning. This is Dr. Timothy Scott back here at LifePoint Medical, and I want to say hey to you and say that it is February the 19th of 2024. And I apologize. Last week I didn't put out a video. I had a family emergency that took me away from here for a little bit, but that's okay. I'm back, and everything seemed to go as smooth as possible while I was gone, which is why I love my staff so much. So I want to just go ahead and talk about a few things that are relevant and try to help you. So one of the things that I try to do with these videos is try to help you figure out how you can get the most out of us here at the office. And I analyze a lot of patients' visits. I analyze the patients' visits that go good, and I analyze the ones that don't go so good, okay? And one of the things that I feel like is overwhelming, and I want to just touch base with you a little bit, is patients who come in to the office and they're like, I need help. That is, could you please help me? Well, that's like our calling card, okay? That's what we talk about every morning is how do we help patients? So I find that if a patient comes in and they need help and they say, hey, we need help, that is our love language. That's what we respond to. And to be quite frankly with you, it's very hard for me not to help somebody if they ask for help. Now, we have to stay in our lane and we have to do what's appropriate. In other words, if you want legal advice or advice on your car, that's not us, okay? But when it comes to medicine, that is us. The troubled patients, the ones I sometimes have a problem with, are the ones who already think they know what's going on with them, and they're going to come in and they're going to tell us what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. And that's the people we have trouble with. Not everybody, okay? Some people are like, I think I know what's wrong with me. Would you please help me? But the people who come in who are adamant that we're going to do what they say that they say they're going to do, or they're going to tell me what we're going to do, or tell the providers, that's not a good approach for us, okay? Because we can't take what you do and get you completely satisfied, okay? Because that's not how medicine works. Because we have a duty to protect you first, and even protect you from yourself. Like if you want to come in and do something and we're like, no, that's not a good idea. It's my job to tell you that, and I have to say that sometimes, and sometimes that makes people very upset. But I have to stick to my reasoning behind it. And we're always, every time we make a decision, we're looking at risk-benefit ratio. In other words, what's the risk for this and what's the benefit for this? And that's how we make our decisions. So our love language is, I need help. Will you please help me? And our response to that is, let's talk. Let's figure this thing out. Okay? That's how we work, and we want to work with you. Okay? So just a little nugget there. If you come in with that attitude that I need help and these people are going to here to help me, it's just going to probably make your visit way better, and it's going to engage us in such a way where we really want to meet your need and get you taken care of. So some other things we'll talk about. One, the annual wellness visits. This is the month that we're going to really pound them. So if you haven't scheduled your annual wellness visit, call us at 706-782-0016, and let's get that wellness on the books. We are taking this seriously. We're doing what all the insurance companies and the government tell us to do, but we also are trying to save lives. And we know that if we schedule 100 people for a wellness visit, there's going to be a handful of those people that we're going to make a significant difference in our lives. And I want you to be that person. If there's something going on with you, I want to find it. Okay, and I don't want you to be the person who skipped all that stuff and it was a bad idea and they ended up sicker or worse because things were not taken care of appropriately. Okay, let's talk about exercise a little bit. So I've been studying exercise. I do exercise quite often. We're a little bit of an athletic family. We run. Almost everybody in my family runs now, except for Truett. Our baby. And so I'm always thinking about exercise and how it relates to weight and how it relates to your health and all this other stuff. But I was reading an article this weekend and I want to share it with you. And what it was is it was called Low and Slow. In other words, there's a zones that we talk about when you talk about exercising, and different zones give you different physiological responses. And zone 1 is the lowest, and that's when you're walking or moving and you have no issue with breathing or anything. But there's one step above there, and that's where they say that's where all the good stuff is, where the best stuff happens. And it's called zone 2, and it's going to be your exertional level just above a brisk walk. And what I tell everybody, and I did this on accident and didn't even realize that I was giving this advice, is I was like, people who are looking to me to exercise, but they haven't exercised in a long time or they want to get into it, I say, start jogging, but jog as slow as you can. Okay. And that's what zone 2 is when you crank up just a little bit of mobility and then you dial it down to you're jogging, trotting, but you're trotting along at the slowest pace you can. And the key is to do it longer. And the longer you do that low level impact, the better your body gets at adjusting to exercise and providing you with what you need to support further exercise. So it's just a good idea. If you're young enough to be able to start jogging or something like that, and I recommend if you're under 40 that you start doing it, because you're still young enough to jog, and if you can jog into your 50s and 60s, I think you'll get a lot of benefit from that. But start slow and low and go just as slow as you can and let your body naturally pick up the speed if it wants to, and it will actually. I always try to start slow, but I get faster and faster the more I run, the longer I run. So that's my health tip for this week, is start slow, low and slow, and just work yourself up from the very bottom up, and you know you're going to get benefits if you're out there just doing it arbitrarily. All right. Thank you so much for listening to me. The office is going strong. We're moving things around a little bit, but it all seems to be working out fine, and we definitely have our challenges, okay, but we welcome them, and we're going to keep working to do our best to provide you with the best level of care that we can come up with in this community. And I think about it and talk about it every day. All right. So thank you for listening to me. You have a great day. You call us if you need us, okay? Thank you.